What's up, everybody? Demon back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing the first news update for Godzilla Decisive Battle Mobile City Breeder, or Godzilla Battle Forces Mobilizing City. Yeah, so basically, there's like a terrible translation for what Godzilla Monster Planet sequel is going to be called, and you know, it's a really dumb name. Mobile City Breeder. What does that mean? I don't know. Essentially, what everyone has boiled it down to is Godzilla vs Mechagodzilla. So, this news update, well, I know I made it seem like it's going to be all about the Godzilla Monster Planet sequel. It's actually not. It's also going to be a lot about Godzilla Monster Planet. I mean, it's not like that movie just came out or anything. You know, we're going to talk about that movie too. So starting out, I just want to talk about the sequel news because it's the big news that everyone wants to hear about. It is Godzilla Monster Planet sequel. Godzilla, we'll call it Vs Mechagodzilla, presumably, has gotten a new poster. So here's the new poster. It looks pretty weird. So a lot of people are thinking this thing in the middle here is the head. The spines of Mechagodzilla are behind it. And then here's an arm coming down and here's an arm coming down. And then you have the humans looking up at it, and there are reports that Mechagodzilla makes a cameo in Godzilla Monster Planet. However, he reportedly doesn't turn on during the events of the movie. So it looks like this is our Mechagodzilla, and although I don't think he looks like Mechagodzilla, and I'm still not convinced that that thing on the poster is Mechagodzilla. I think it's just a mech that they're going to use in the movie with Mechagodzilla also in the movie. It seems like that's going to be the way that this franchise goes, is that now we're getting Mechagodzilla to fight Godzilla, and all the kaiju who never made an appearance in Monster Planet will make an appearance in this movie as well as the sequel, whatever the third one's called. If you do the math, there's 6 months in between Monster Planet and Mechagodzilla. That means that Godzilla Monster Planet came out in November, Godzilla vs Mechagodzilla will come out in May, and then from May, 6 months later, around October, November, we should be getting the third movie in the Monster Planet trilogy. Keep in mind that here in America, we probably have a 3-month wait after each movie comes out in Japan before we get the movies here. So we'll probably be waiting until 2019 to see how the trilogy wraps up. Okay, so getting into the Monster Planet news, we're going to kind of go through it because there's not really too much to talk about in depth. Starting out, Godzilla Monster Planet has new Snapchat filter. I think it's Snapchat. I'm honestly not sure. It might be Japan Snapchat. Who knows? There's a new Godzilla Monster Planet face filter. Maybe it came out in America. I doubt it because I feel like I would have heard more about it, but whatever. It's a thing. Basically, it just superimposes Godzilla's face over yours, and then it like does a weird atomic breath effect. And that's it. The next thing is we have an awesome picture of Godzilla charging up his dorsal fins. We have a picture of what looks like a new line of convenience store things. So you pay a coin or whatever, and then you get this random select Godzilla figure. So there's Shin Godzillas in the pack as well as Monster Planet figures. This is my favorite advertisement of Monster Planet so far. They turned this like entrance to a subway into a Godzilla head. It's awesome. It looks so crazy. It's weird. Why would they ever do that? I don't know. It's so unnecessary, but I love it. Then we also have a Subway ad, and the Subway ad, not like the Subway the sandwich, but Subway that, like, you know, the trains. There's a Subway ad, and it's got a lot of people really riled up. So it's Godzilla using his atomic breath, but it's emitting from his nose. Now, I have talked to people who saw the movie, and it doesn't sound like Godzilla ever shoots it directly out of his nose, shoots his atomic beam. However, it sounds like he can choose where the beam emits from around his body. We know from a teaser that came out from a TV spot that he can shoot it out of his tail. He can swing his tail and it'll create this big sonic burst. So maybe that's what's happening here, is this is supposed to be like implied his sonic burst of a roar, or his sonic, I don't know, maybe it just is the atomic breath, and they just decided that he couldn't have his mouth open on the poster because it didn't look right, so they just closed it and then still put the beam there anyways. I don't know. It looks pretty silly, but ultimately, I love the frames from the trailer where he's using the atomic breath, so I'm not too worried about like, oh no, it's gonna shoot out of his nose, because I've already seen it shooting out of his mouth in the trailer. Now, in the theaters for where Monster Planet premiered, they did like the biggest lineup of Monster Planet stuff ever, and it's awesome. So you have a whole wall of posters for Godzilla Monster Planet. You have a whole setup with cardboard cutouts of the characters, with posters, with a giant Godzilla statue, which we talked about last news update, all inside the movie theater. That is so awesome. I love how Japan goes all out for Godzilla. It's great. Now, diverging into some random stuff here, we're going to talk about some Easter eggs and fan art. So, Easter eggs found by Kaiju Tony is the parallel between Haruo and Rando Yaguchi during their speeches to their men. Rando's speech about fighting Shin Godzilla and Haruo's speech about taking on this new Monster Planet Godzilla. We talk a little more about that in the actual trailer breakdown that I did a couple days ago. As for fan art, I really wish I could have found the original sources for all this art. However, I found it secondhand on Instagram, and all the people never credit the artist, which makes me look bad because then I can't credit the artists. So here's some really epic art of Godzilla standing amidst fire, and you have the transport ships in the background. Looks awesome. I love how someone did a collage here of Monster Planet's Godzilla fighting Skull Island's Kong. Of course, that fight would be so one-sided it hurts. Kong is 100 feet, Monster Planet's 1,000 feet, so Godzilla would just step on Kong. I believe this art is being sketched by Matt Frank, but I can't totally be sure, and here it is in the finished product. It looks absolutely amazing. And then here's some pretty cool art as well. Now getting into figure news. I feel like I do a lot of figure news on this channel. So we have new pictures of the Bandai figure, go figure. It was a pun, you get it? I always wind up talking about Bandai. So new pictures of the Bandai figure, just posed out there, comparisons to other Godzilla SHMA guys. You have the theater exclusive, you have Godzilla on a shelf, someone made an awesome diorama. Then there's Lewis's theory, which I wanted to talk about. I put it in this section because his picture on Instagram was of the Bandai figure. Now, his theory was that Godzilla in Monster Planet was going to be kind of representing all of the different elements of nature, as in water, fire, earth, and wind, and that does seem like a really cool idea if you think about it, because Godzilla, of course, in this new continuity is generated from plant life. He basically is Earth itself, and in fact in the movie they never specify his origins. They do state that he's neither plant nor animal, so he is some sort of completely unknown life form. On the official Toho anime website for Godzilla, they did mention that he will spawn from plant life. The thing is, it sounds like, based off the reports from people who've seen the movie, there's none of this. They never get in depth with, you know, Godzilla representing the elements or being connected to Earth in any way. He's just there. Apparently they don't explore his origins or really give him a really in-depth characterization at all, because they're saving that for the sequels. There's a cool image picture that I don't know if I've talked about before, but I want to bring up now, of the Banpresto Godzilla lottery figure. This one just looks awesome. Banpresto always kills it with their models. They're like, I think they're right there, up there with the X Plus. They're amazing. There's a new Gashbon figure coming out, and it looks alright. You know, it looks just like the Bandai one in my opinion, but a lot of people are really hyped for it. I don't really have too much to say about it other than that. There was a new Burning Godzilla figure released in Japan that came out in tandem with Monster Planet. It was being advertised at the same time. And we have some new photos of our SHMA Godzilla from Monster Planet. We will definitely be talking more about this next news update, because oh my god, the new pictures just... oh, I'm so happy I ordered this. But it looks pretty cool. I love the way he blends in with the scenery. And then getting into the Kaiju listing for all the creatures appearing in the Godzilla Monster Planet continuity, not Monster Planet. I want to be very, very specific here. From what I have been told, the only monsters appearing in Godzilla Monster Planet are Godzilla, Servam, Anguirus supposedly has a cameo, Dogora supposedly has a cameo, Dogora has a cameo, Kamacuras has a cameo, and Orga has a cameo. That is it. Those are the only kaiju that appear in Monster Planet as far as I'm aware. I think Rodan might have a cameo, but I don't know if that's confirmed or not. Anyways, generally, it sounds like Monster Planet doesn't show all the kaiju that it has in its universe. Sounds like they're saving quite a bit of them for the upcoming Godzilla Apocalypse comic book series tie-in to Monster Planet, as well as the sequels for the Monster Planet universe. So I don't even know all the kaiju appearing in this movie. Like, I can't even name them. I've never even seen some of these guys before. So I'll name them off as many as I can. These pictures are provided by Louis Duran and Daikaiju Tony on Instagram. There's a lot of guys in here that I've never seen before. So we have Godzilla, of course. We have Servam, obviously. We have Zilla. That is crazy. That's the first one that really surprised me when they announced that. So I don't know what his role will be. I kind of want to see him just get smashed again, just like in Final Wars. He's not in Monster Planet. He'll probably be in the sequel. We have Biollante, which if Godzilla's plant life in this universe, he kind of is already Biollante, so it'll be crazy to see how she's worked in. We have Gorosaurus, Manda, Varan, Baragon, Anguirus, Rodan, Megaguirus, Kamacuras, Orga. Whew! This one excites me because He's the most weird kaiju of all of them. Apparently Gabra's having his own appearance in this movie as well. Kobos, I think that's his name, like Kobos or something like that. He's showing up again. Hedra, that squid thing from that one movie that has a brief clip shown in Final Wars. Whatever this thing is, some griffin monster. Megalon, that one weird, like, looking, I don't know, walrus that Haruo Nakajima played. Dogura, and then Starfish. As well as a returning slate of mechs showing up in the movie. They're supposedly, or in the movie series, we gotta be specific. They're supposedly going to be the submarine from Godzilla 2000, the Super X 1 and 2. Why not 3? I don't know. And Mogira. I really can't tell. Is this supposed to be Ebra? It doesn't look like it, but it might be. And now we know Mechagodzilla's in the sequel, so let's go. This is going to be a loaded movie trilogy. Oh, I'm so excited for it. Even though I have been told to keep my hopes down for Monster Planet, because if I put them too high, I'm going to be disappointed. Because apparently it's an okay movie, pretty good, but not great. So I'm worried for that one. Not really. I'm still excited. One last bit of information, guys, is that these are, spoiler alert, the official appearance of the kaiju in Godzilla Monster Planet. Now, we have 4 of supposed 5 cameos for monsters released online. Actually, they were technically released in the new G-Fan magazine, but it's a little disappointing. So this is all we get for alternate kaiju in Monster Planet. So it sounds like they're going to be shown only in silhouette at the beginning of the movie, and the kaiju we see in silhouette at the beginning are Kamacuras, Dogura, Orga, and then I think Anguirus, although we don't have a picture of Anguirus yet. But that's it. That's literally, we've already seen the kaiju's screen time right there, right then and there. That's all you get of kaiju screen time in the movie for non-Godzilla and Servum kaiju. There was a new Godzilla Monster Planet poster that was released a little while ago. It's basically just the original poster, except I think it says Despair is Evolving on it. Then, of course, like I said at the start, we have the new poster for Godzilla Mobile City Breeder. Ugh, what a stupid name. Can't wait for Toho to just be like, no, shut up, here's the international title. Stop making a fool of yourselves, America. And then finally, we got the Godzilla Monster Planet album that was released, which, if you've been paying attention, has played in the past quite a few Monster Planet videos that I've made, and it will continue to play for probably all the rest of them. I've listened to the album, and I have mixed feelings on it. There's some great songs in there. There really are. The Military March is pretty cool, and I love Godzilla's theme. Although I will have to see it in context, because sometimes that, actually ruins it for me. So sometimes I, really like a song, and then it's used in a lame scene, and then I'm like, I guess if they're gonna waste it, then I'm not gonna like it as much. But overall, the album can't really decide if it wants to be a techno synthesizer thing or an orchestral score. It bounces back between the two. It's the composer Hattori from Godzilla 2000 and Space Godzilla. It's better than both those scores. Well, I don't know. There are songs that I like in each of those movies that I think are better than any song that appear in this entire soundtrack. Space Godzilla's theme is okay, the movie theme. Space Godzilla himself, the character's theme's alright, but the movie's theme is pretty good. Godzilla 2000's theme, the theme for Godzilla, is awesome. I love it. But this movie doesn't really have any songs that beat those ones. I'll have to listen to the album more and form more opinions on it before I can talk about it in, Godzillathon. But as for now, the album's alright. It's a mixed bag of okay and good. I don't think it has anything bad in it. That's a good thing. I don't think it has any bad music, Godzilla Raids Again style, which, whew, that movie had only one good song and the rest of them were trash. So there you go. That does it for this episode of Godzilla News Updates. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you guys next time. D-Man, out.